This is the French Laundry here on the corner of Washington and Creek Street in Yountville, California, which is part of Napa Valley. I am the second generation of chef here. The restaurant is now 47 years old, and I'm really, really proud and honored to be part of this restaurant and the history that it has. Nurturing is something that's a very important word for me. We nurture each other. We give food to ourselves and our guests. And I became a cook because Roland Hannon asked me a question in 1977, why do cooks cook? And he answered for me, he said, we cook to nurture people. And that was the day I decided to become a professional chef. I was cooking prior to that, but not necessarily thinking of this as my profession. Once you realize that you are a nurturer, it's very easy to share that with others. We need to understand where our food comes from, regardless whether we grow it ourselves or not. Somebody is growing it, raising it, catching it, foraging it for you. And to understand where it comes from is critical to understand how it's going to impact, our body and our life. If the food is not nurturing or nutritious, then what's the point of eating? We're very privileged to be here at the French Laundry with the 3-acre garden across the street and the number of gardens around us. That sets the example for everybody, is to understand where your food comes from. It's hard to remember when Stanley and I met and when he started to develop HESTAN. He worked diligently to continue to improve, the cookware to a point where he came to me and said, Thomas, I really need you to try this. And I said, okay, Stanley, give us the cookware that we need. We'll change out and replace with HESTAN. 6 months went by and I went back to the team as they were using it. And unanimously, they said, it's just better. Right? It's a better product. Stanley and I, are still today, we endeavor to bring to not only our restaurants, but the consumers, the best cooking utensils and cookware in the world. One of our most important pieces of equipment is cookware, critical in our ability to perform at a very high level. The conductivity, the evenness of the conductivity of the metals, bonded metals together, and the quickness of that, the heating quality and the speed of the heating. And then, of course, the recuperation, which means once you put the ingredients in the saute pan, how long does it take to recuperate back to the temperature? Those 3 simple elements, the HESTAN exceeds anything else that's available today. I have said that many times. The true sense of luxury is not having to make a decision, because today we're bombarded with so much information and so many choices. And so if we can teach you, if we can mentor you and give you that confidence that you're buying something that is appropriate and going to elevate your cooking, your skills, but also last a lifetime, I think that's the way to go. I've never been intimidated by food, but I understand how other people are intimidated by food and apprehensive and fearful. So be patient with yourself. Sometimes in kitchens, even if you're by yourself, it's chaotic. Your dance with yourself and with your kitchen, with your ingredients, has to be one that's seamless and elegant, one that has purposeful motion behind it, elegant display of your ingredients, your cookware, just this sense of pride. Experiencing the joy of cooking, is the reason that we became cooks.